Hello everyone, Heit here, back with another episode of Skyrim-Anniversary Edition. Yeah, we are in this... We are trying to find a moth priest's knife in a ancestor glade. So let's just follow the marker, I guess. Oh wait, how does my carry weight look like? It's fine, it's fine. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Ancestor glade, okay. I've been here, it seems like. Or at least I've been outside.
Not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexy and I are gonna have some words when we get back. Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries.
Oh,
I
I've
don't think
been
there's
here.
any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Draw knife. Okay.
Now all we need to do is track down one of those houses.
Get a bark from a canticle tree. Okay.
Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would.
Attract ancestor moth swarms.
Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you.
Oh,
Unless I'm
okay.
seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Two. Oh, I need to run all around and find all of them. Nice. 7.
Whoa. I think that might have been what we were waiting for. Let's head back up there and see if we can read the scrolls.
Enter a column of light and read the Elder Scroll Blood. Save it.
Are you okay? I almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
Save it. Talk to her.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
That felt strange.
I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 leagues away. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it?
It's in a place called Darkfall Cave.
Then it's almost over. We can finally rewrite the prophecy as we see fit. Where is this Darkfall Cave?
Skulls gave me its exact location.
Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
What do you know about Oriel's bow?
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. Who's there? I knew I...
What?
Done and done. Is someone there? Oh, what is it? What now?
Do you know about Oriel's bow?
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one.
Does it have to do with the sun?
Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy.
Exactly does it do?
And that part I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
There we go. Darkfall Cave. Alright, alright. Quick save.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I was about to sneeze and then I didn't. Oh, it feels so weird.
Did you hear something?
Whoa.
Who's there? Where'd you come from? Done and done. There. I knew I heard something.
Damn, dude. Glowing mushroom, right? No. Wait, what the? You've been poisoned, really? Quick save. But 100%. Your vampiric blood gives you 100% resistant to poison. Why do I still get poison then? Or maybe it just doesn't do anything, I just get the effect.
These people were...
Steel bolt, sure. Spine rake.
Would anyone want to set up camp here? I wonder what happened.
Dark fog cave note. Sister, I know that you'll come find me, but it will be too late. If you find this letter, get out of this Forsaken cave as soon as possible. We were fools to think we could live so close to such creatures and live peacefully. I should have headed back to camp with you after we placed the torches down here. I thought these trolls would be different, that they would somehow understand that we didn't want to hurt them. I am now cornered and it's only a matter of time before one of the trolls decides to finish me off. I hope it's a quick death. Farewell, my dear sister. Aww. I was about to say, did she die? But yeah, it seems like she respawned. Nice. Quick save.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
You can feel some kind of power from it.
Knight Paladin Gelibor.
I am Knight Paladin Gelibor. Welcome to the great chantry of Auriel.
This cave is a temple to Oriel.
Auriel, Halkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves.
Snow Elves, your farmer?
I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
I imagine you know why we're here.
Of course. You're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
What type of assistance do you
I
need?
need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother.
Kill your brother, why?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen.
What exactly did the Betrayed do?
They swept into the chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
Didn't you fight back?
The chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha.
You don't even know if he's alive?
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
Have you tried getting into the inner sanctum?
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel. And an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
Way Shrine.
Yes, let me show you.
So this is Snow Elf magic. Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temple so we can kill your brother and claim Arnold's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
How many more way shrines are there?
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the chantry.
This case must be massive.
Caves? Oh no. The chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer.
So I need to fill this at each way shrine?
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
I'll be off then.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
Save it.
Questions?
What
I
is the
expected as
Chanter
much.
of Auriel?
This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened.
Most snow elves?
Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Sirabane, Y'ffre, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the chantry and its way shrines.
Wage shrines are part of the Chantry then?
Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here.
Who are the spectral prelates you mentioned?
They're ghosts of the Snow Elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
Good, they should be able to help us.
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum.
Who were your people?
We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
It appears the North one.
In a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race.
Everyone couldn't possibly agree to that.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
What turned your people into the betrayed?
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Why weren't the snow elves here affected?
The chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene.
Is that why you had retained your sight?
Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people.
You mean the betrayed?
Yes, they swarmed the chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum.
There are others here like you?
Bertha and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
Alright.
May Auriel keep you free from harm.
Save again.
That wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be. Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now. Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from?
Nice.
Done and done. Huh?
Quick save.
Who's there?
Egg sacks, okay. Ouch. Daedric arrow, sure.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you. Looks like these Falmer are here to stay. They must be who that priest was calling the betrayed. Where'd you come from? That'll teach you. Where'd you come from?
You've been poisoned again. It's so stupid. Okay, let's save it. That's gonna be it for this time, boys and girls. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Head out.